Do you know something? I'm actually doing a bit of work here, but I work in my community doing quite a bit around mental health, as I told you. And recently, they've got a Black Access group that I attend. And for years and years and years, I've mentioned it before, inadequate services, the very services that are meant to help you, can actually cause you more harm. And I've been complaining that doesn't work, so I then get involved to try to get things like that changed. That doesn't always work. And a letter that I wrote actually years ago as a complaint, I decided to share with someone just to let them see my experience. And just the response that I've had from these people has quite upset me, because it shouldn't go to this stage. Okay. But I'm just going to read you a little, just give you a brief. It just says, I'd like to request your time to meet with a service user to allow for a discussion regarding her experience with local mental health services. She plays a very active role in the community to help raise awareness and support residents by co-chairing and participating in a variety of mental health support groups and local events, as well as being a resident herself with past and current lived experiences. She then said she's taken the time to write a comprehensive letter detailing her grievances, particularly with her GP, SPS and other mental health organisations, as well as ideas on how we can move forward together for the better organisation and the community we serve. As she reports, I'm frustrated that I'm constantly told that I'm aggressive when I'm having anxiety, which has had an impact on her to this day. And it does. I was talking about it just earlier, that I've noticed that I'm medicating myself to stay calm so that people don't turn around and tell me that I'm being aggressive when I'm not being aggressive. And I'm fed up with it. So anyway, I'm just reading these after. This is a complaint that I wrote over 5 years ago. I didn't even sit and write this complaint this year. I wrote this 5 years ago, and it still has an impact upon me. But listen to the responses, and these are from doctors. Okay. Thank you for raising this with us. Please also share my thanks with Sandra for taking the time to compile and detail her own personal experiences. It has clearly been... Because in a way this is like a trigger. It just brings back the amount of times I was failed time and time again. But I have to do this. I've got to do this so that we can make a change. We've got to make a change. So she says it's clearly been very difficult for her, and I'm sorry to hear that she is still having difficulties both with her mental health and in accessing support. So yeah, there's a transformation happening in the community mental health services, and it would be good basically to speak to Sandra, reference her lived experiences and other people. And then another person who I've met in the past, I haven't met the other person, who's also is attached to the email. And which makes me laugh because they've heard these kind of experiences. This very person has actually heard me talking about this very experience. And it says, I'm really sorry that you've had such an experience and really appreciate that you have communicated them. I've been communicating them for 5 years. No one's listened. No one. Okay? So to me, that's another slap in the face about they appreciate that I've communicated them when I've communicated them prior. Then it says, I wish you to know that we take them very seriously. Do you? Then why is it that this has never been sorted out if you take them seriously? Because this is not a letter that I've just written. This is one that I wrote 5 years ago, and it's still impacting me today. And they hope that I'm okay, yeah? Well, this is what you lot do to me because of years of not listening to me. And now all of a sudden you want to listen to me after I've got myself out of that shit. After I've had to make myself here, tell myself, Sandra, you're worth staying alive for. Yeah, you're worth it. Even if services don't think you are worth it. So I'm going to go and see these people. I am going to go and see these people because they have impacted my mental health well-being, and they need to know how badly they've done it.